answering your questions. Today's question is a good one. I probably say that about all the questions, but this one is very applicable. So today's question is, how do I keep my habits consistent in a world that changes every day? 2020 was rough. How do I take the wasted energy and turn it into something positive for 2021? So I know that this question was written in 2020. That's when I did my survey asking for questions that you wanted answered about consistency and habits. And obviously, so we're a week into 2021, and not really much has changed in our year. Things with our government is still really shaky. COVID is still here. We still have restrictions. We still have a lot of things going on, a lot of uncertainty. And I think that when we just realize, like, hey, all of these things that I thought were going to be certain and I thought were going to be steady, it's all an illusion. If we admit to ourselves and we come to this realization, like, all of these things that I thought were certain, it's an illusion, it's a facade. It's certain up to a point, but there's always going to be some uncertainty. If we start to understand that, it's like, okay, cool, now I know anything can happen any day. What do I actually have control over? Okay? So there are going to be more pandemics. There are going to be more changes. There are going to be more changes with the climate. There's so many things, but it's like, what can I control? And this is really, really important. This is what it's like. It's so much more important than just like meals and movement and things. It's like, when you take care of yourself, then you are able to go off into the world and have a better impact. But if you're not taking care of yourself, it's really, really hard to have a positive impact on the world. So this is really, really important. So how do we do this? How do you take this wasted energy? And 2020 wasn't a complete waste. You definitely learned some things about what you need to do for yourself. But how do we turn this into something positive in 2021? So yeah, let's do this. World changes every day. There are things that pop up. My first suggestion is realizing that once you start consuming the world, it starts consuming you. By this I mean, once you turn on your television, once you turn on your phone, once you open Twitter, once you open TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, your news app, whatever it is, once you start consuming that, it's consuming your mind. If there's something that happens, now your mind is thinking about that, and the actions that you take are going to be related to that instead of doing something for yourself first. So my suggestion is, how do we take this wasted energy? How do we turn it into something positive in 2021? We make sure that we create your life before you consume others. This is a take on a quote that I read from Marie Forleo, where she says, create before you consume. Create your life before you consume others' lives. Create your life. Do something for yourself before you turn on the media. Create your life before you start doing something for your kids. Create your life before you head into the office. Create your life. Do something for yourself before you head into your retail store or whatever it is, the hospital, whatever you do. Your job, all of the jobs that we have, are providing services or products for other people, right? We need to make sure that we do something for ourselves first before we start doing something for someone else. Because once you open your mind up, once you open your world up to doing something for someone else, you start to really focus on that, because you're a kind person, right? You're caring for others. You're doing stuff for other people. You need to take that energy and do it for yourself first. Another problem that a lot of people have is let me make sure I can see this. They have no boundaries with technology. And having no boundaries with technology, consuming technology, using the media, using our phones, checking things constantly, it's not going to pan out to having great mental health. It's just not something that a lot of us struggled with in 2020 or even previous years. You're not going to have so great mental health, and you're also going to not really get a lot done. The constant notifications from email or from Facebook, hi, you got a pop-up saying that I'm recording this, but the constant notifications, they're constant interruptions. So you need to have boundaries with your technology. Technology is great. I love technology. It connects me to you. I can talk to you. I love it. But you need to have boundaries with it. I talk about imperfect eating, right? Having some processed fun food. You need to have boundaries with processed fun food. It can't be a free-for-all. When it's a free-for-all, you don't feel so good and you probably don't get much done because you're really sluggish. You don't have a ton of energy. The only way that I've been able to have processed fun foods in my life is because I have boundaries with it. I know when in my day I feel good when I eat it, and I know how much. I don't just sit around and eat bags and bags of potato chips, or when it's lunchtime, I'm not ordering a hamburger or eating something with a lot of bread. I eat a salad or some sort of veggie combo for lunch pretty much every day. I'm not sitting around eating potato chips. The same thing with technology. I know I'm not starting my day with technology. I'm not on my phone. I don't need to know what's happening at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. I don't need to know. What I need to do, what my responsibility is taking care of myself, doing the work that I do in the world to make a living. And then, yes, I want to check in with the world and see what's going on and stay informed, but I cannot have a positive impact on what's happening in the world unless I do the things for myself and for my job as well. Okay, so going back to this, no boundaries, be present in the physical world. Being present in the physical world will help you have greater or better health, so better physical health, better mental health, and more GSD, more getting shit done.